Ready?
Ready to go.
Okay, well, welcome, Bobby,
To the breakup diet.
to the breakup diet. You're stealing my intro. But let me pass it over to you. Introduce yourself.
I am Bobby Misner. I'm obviously, this is my sister, Yasmin. We're on her channel now, so, rules are up to you. This is your game, your field, your ball. So me, obviously, YouTuber, film director, photographer, anything to do with the camera. Very good at that. Love doing that.
Podcaster?
Podcaster.
Ooh.
More of a podcast appearancer.
Yeah.
And soon to be rapper.
Okay, when's it coming out?
Very soon.
You're not going to give a date?
No, I don't have a date yet. But, within a couple of weeks, we'll be rolling. We'll be moving.
One song or a few?
Just one song.
Okay,
Gonna
nice.
just hit him with one song, one banger.
Banger and then you're out.
Yeah, banger, I'm gone.
Buckle up, bitches. This is gonna get bumpy. This is the breakup diet.
First, I think we should start with like a little fun game.
Okay.
So, is it a red flag or a green flag is it a red flag or a green flag if your partner follows their ex's dog's Instagram?
Dog's Instagram.
Dog's Instagram.
Red flag. I mean, a dog doesn't have Instagram, so it's just them.
Yeah, I think so too.
So-
There's definitely a red flag
It's
because
just like that's a little secret way to sort of like keep in touch. But at the same time, maybe they just want to keep up. No, because they're not trying to keep up to date with what the fucking dog.
yeah,
No.
exactly.
Okay, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Okay, is it a red flag or a green flag if they have like a work husband?
What does that mean?
So for example, with your girlfriend, she was going into work and she was like, had this guy of the opposite sex, and obviously, and she was like always calling him her work husband and everything. And like, oh, he's so funny, but he's like my work husband. Oh, like he gets me coffees all the time because he's like my work husband.
It sounds like bro is being extremely friend zoned and cucked. If he's trying to be the work husband, getting cucked for sure. They're using you to make coffees and probably do your work for them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So work husband, red flag for sure.
Is it a red flag or a green flag if your partner gets jealous every single time you talk about a girl that she knows that you find attractive?
I don't really talk about girls. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's better not to.
Yeah,
Girls don't exist.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't care.
Only girl that exists is your girlfriend.
Exactly.
That's the answer.
I've never really cared, to be honest. Even when I was single, I didn't care about girls.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that's
like,
true.
I was just like, whatever. Like, if you're into me, you're into me. If you're not, you're not. Like, I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of guys chase girls. If I'm with a girl, it's just meant to be like, it just happens. I don't like to like pursue them and play all those games that they always talk about on Instagram or whatever. Like, he has to do this. If he's not doing this, then like,
He's not that into you.
He's not that into you. I've never been about that. I don't know. I've just been like me. And it's like, if I'm in love with you, I'm going to like do that. I'm going to show that the way that I show it. I do like fucking nicknames and I fucking always, and like, I'm always being funny. I think if I'm like being really funny and like I laugh a lot with a girl, then that's like what my form of like being in love.
And is it a red flag or a green flag if you're with a partner and they want to have you on Find My Friends, so they want to know your location all the time, and they get really annoyed if you like don't want to do that?
It depends. Like some people don't do that, and they're not like that at all. And then that's just them. But like, I think some people, to get into a relationship, they're first coming out of a certain world or certain headspace. So
Have you ever done it?
So yeah. Yeah, but it's not, but now that, okay, I'm like 3 years into a relationship, we still have it, but we don't
Check it.
don't care.
Did you check it at the beginning?
Yeah, well, at the beginning, yeah, we would be like, but also we have it just for like, also for like safety.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody says that, but really,
I
is
do
it?
know, because before, like I would let Alex go out, like for example, like in LA, a couple of times I let her go out on her own. Yeah, that it was good to have it on because I know where she's at. But other than that, I wasn't looking ever. It would be her being like, looking where I am.
Yeah, I get you.
But I think you kind of low key, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're like fully committed to each other, like you kind of have to have each other's phone passwords, and you kind of like, you could do the Find My Friends thing, but I think that's more of like, I'd say like the earlier stages of a relationship.
Yeah.
Say in like the year 1 to 2. And then I think like after that, you don't really need to be doing that anymore.
So I would find it so weird.
Yeah.
I would find it so like, what? You want to have my location? I would be like, even for a safety thing, because I just don't believe it's a safety thing. Because really, what are they going to do? And if you go missing, surely you can press the like iPhone 5 times on the side or something and it sends off the alert anyway.
I guess.
Is it a red flag or a green flag if your partner just refuses to post you on social media?
It's either you don't have Instagram and you're like, oh, I actually don't even fucking have Instagram, so I'm not going to post you because I literally don't have it because I don't fuck with that at all. But if you have it and you are posting, even if you're like I'm so low key, like I'm just like taking jets and choppers, but I don't even talk about it. Or like those type of motherfuckers, they're still posting some stuff. So if they don't post you at all, I would say like it's a bit like, well, what's up? Like, why are you?
And like stuff for work too.
For work?
As in, it's a work. I use my account as a business account.
Business.
What business?
Business.
Cheating business.
Cheating business. I think we all know that Instagram is also
A dating
not
app.
just media, but also dating.
Yeah.
You got a profile. That's what it is for the majority of people.
You're putting up your best photos.
Dating, essentially.
Yeah, and you can slide in, DM, cheeky.
It is.
A little tap.
Little what's up? Like, hey, fire, react.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you more stuff about breakups. So have you ever been through a breakup?
Yeah, I've been through a breakup.
When was it? Was it a while ago?
Quite some time ago now. Long time. I'm 29 now. This must be when I was like 21, 2?
Yeah.
21, 2?
Yeah. Would you say you've only gone through one serious breakup or a few?
I would say that was the only serious breakup. I think I've been through like breakups, as it were, but they didn't mean anything and it didn't hurt me at all. And I was just like, whatever, we're just dating.
Yeah, like situationships kind of thing.
Situationships.
Yeah. Did you cry on the one?
Yes. Well, that was my first. It was my first girlfriend, really, like first proper girlfriend. Obviously, I had like, girlfriends and shit, but it's like that was like the one that we were like together and like, you're all in love and all that stuff. And the thing is, like, it ended pretty badly. We were like arguing a bit, and then like I was like, misbehaving, like fucking trying to like show like, oh, look, other girls like me too, and then she did it back. But then she went a bit further and like fully slept with some other guy. And then I was but that really, it crushed my ego.
Yeah.
But also broke my heart a lot.
So when you say you kind of went like arguing and stuff, did you ever go on a break?
No, we didn't really go on a break. It was a very dramatic relationship. We would argue and then we would get back, be together. And then, she was in Monaco and I was in London. So I'd be in London, then I'd fly to Monaco and then she'd fly to London.
Do you think it was the long distance that kind of was the nail in the coffin?
long distance. But then also like, it was more of like, I think we were both just infatuated with each other, not in love with each other. And then it became like we both had big egos and it became like a bit of an ego war of who's going to get out of this. She did break my heart, obviously, but it also broke hers at the same time and then obviously made her feel really bad.
Like, was it a healthy-ish relationship and then it went toxic, or was it always a bit toxic?
It was like very like innocent to start off with, but then it was it was always toxic if I think about it, because it started off it was toxic, the whole thing. But
why do you think that was? Because you guys just didn't trust each other, really?
Well, I was kind of dating someone at the time when I met her.
You didn't tell me that.
I never told you that.
No.
Yeah, so I was, and she was too. But she was fully though.
Oh yeah.
I was I was dating some girl, but it was nothing really. But she was fully with some other guy. But I didn't care. Any relationship that starts off like that is not going somewhere good. So
do you think if you start by, for example, cheating or something like this, do you think you're destined to end by that same route?
I would say there's a strong
correlation.
There's a strong possibility that it's not going to work out then.
Do you think you ever fully trusted her? If that was, because for me, if mine started that way, I don't think I would ever be able to fully trust somebody.
I don't know. I didn't think like that at the time. I didn't think I was experienced enough to really understand any of that. I'd never really had a girlfriend, so I was like really excited to be doing that and like to be doing relationship things and like all that stuff. So then I thought that it was all going well, but just like, and I thought I was getting better and I was like, I'm not going to like fuck around anymore. I'm not going to like go party and like piss you off and shit. But at the end of the day, like she was pretty mean. Yeah,
she was mean. She did some mean stuff. And is there anything that you've like learned now that if you have a relationship, somebody does something, you're like, I'm out straight away?
I said loyalty is a big thing for me. Like if you're with me, then that's it. Like you're not fucking like yapping around to other dudes, giving them your Instagram, fucking like, talking to other fucking guys being all flirty. No, not happening.
What about if they like other guys' Instagrams?
Can't be liking other guys' Instagram posts.
What if they're friends?
Because guys are fucking not... Guys are not your friend. Let me just put it that way. Any sort of alpha guy is not your friend. If there's some little fucking beta fucking little bitch dude, fine, don't care. But if it's another guy who's also a bit of an alpha and you're liking his pictures, what's up?
So you believe that women and men can't be friends?
I believe they can, but...
Only if they're ugly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Here's the thing. And there's like, I don't know, like random shit that I don't like. For example, I broke up with a girl that I was seeing because... she was like, we were like fucking woke up so early in the morning and I was like, gotta go to work and shit. And then
I know what you're going with. I know.
She was like, it was like fucking so cold. It was middle of winter. And I'm like, I eat what I eat and like, I do what I do. I don't like to be told what to do. Number one, hate that. So then she was like, let's just go to this place. I want to get like we're going to have like an Asahi bowl. Why don't you have like an Asahi bowl? It comes out and I was like, this is fucking freezing. It's ice cream. What the fuck is this? And then I just like got in a taxi and then like texted her and just broke up with her basically.
That was rude.
That was rude.
She was really pretty too.
Yeah,
I would give it to her.
It was just also not like there was no connection.
Was this your rebound relationship?
That was.
I think it was.
It was one of for sure.
Is that your like go-to when you break up with somebody? You get straight in another relationship, or what do you do?
No, I just start fucking go full rock star playboy mode, just partying, getting with whatever girls. Obviously, you got to win the breakup. If it was a bad breakup. For me, the only breakup I did, I was like super heartbroken, hurt me. And then for 1 month, I was just super quiet and like didn't talk to nobody, didn't go out of the house. And I was like, for a whole month, I was like gym every day and just like trying to like come out of this rut that I was in. And then by the end of it, I had come out of the rut and I was just
Did you look ripped?
I looked a bit, yeah, I had a little bit more, a little bit of muscles going on. And a little bit of a glow up, but you got to bounce back. You can't fucking you can't just like be in this rut and let yourself stay there and wallow in your sorrows because then you don't know what's going on with them because they could very well be fucking winning the breakup.
Okay, so how would you be winning it?
Dating someone else who's fucking super hot or like super fucking cool or something.
So your advice would be as soon as you break up, fine, get a bit hot yourself, so go to the gym and then bang, hit him with a way hotter boyfriend or girlfriend.
Go straight for the appearance because the only thing that they're doing is because it doesn't matter what they're like then. It doesn't matter if you like their personality, this, that, the other. No, that doesn't matter. What matters is what's their status or are they fucking super hot?
Do they look good on the gram?
Do they look good on the gram?
Because that's
them. Where they're stalking.
Yeah.
Exes are stalking each other. That's happening.
Have you ever stalked an ex?
Of course.
Have you ever got caught stalking an ex?
No. I've never been caught.
I was wondering if you'd like been stalking him one night in bed and then, for example, a girlfriend or a situationship walks in and it's like, who's that?
Oh. No.
Or maybe they looked at your phone and you have a fake account, say, and then they look at your fake account and see all the followers in there.
Yeah, for sure. But I only have one ex, so it's like
serious, yeah.
Yeah, serious one that I would like even care about to see. But at the end of the day, it's just out of curiosity. Like at the start, for a couple months or like probably like the first year after, but then after that, you stop caring. Whatever.
Yeah, I'd want to know because I want to be like, are you ugly now? Are you fat? Are you? Is your hairline even further back? You know what I mean? Have you lost your hair?
I honestly just want to see that they're just doing fine, that they're doing good.
Oh, that's a really nice answer.
That's
a nicer answer.
I think that is how I feel though. I just want to,
I feel like that's how you feel after a few years.
After a few years, you just start thinking like, fuck, I hope they're actually like,
doing okay.
I hope they're doing really well. You start to realize like, wow, like that time that you spent together was like actually very valuable and like
you learned a lot
and like was super, super important to me in my life.
Do you think that women and men like handle breakups in the same way?
No.
How do you think women handle it? And I'll tell you and then.
How do I think women handle a breakup? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what do they do. I feel like they get pretty sad. I know, like, for guys, I mean, like, but that's the saying, it can go one or two, like, it depends on what you are as a guy. If you're an alpha fucking dude, then you're gonna fucking bounce back and you're gonna be like, let's fucking get it. If you're just, like, a beta guy, then they probably just, like, fucking go into, like, a little cave. I don't know. I've seen guys just being defeated.
How long do you think you should let yourself be in that, like, depression session?
You gotta fucking eat it, though.
You got to do it. I think you got to marinate in your feelings for at least like 3 days.
We got to really absorb that, like
cry it out massively.
Watch some romantic movies and just.
Is that what you're doing? I think that makes it worse.
I like to like really just like feel it.
If I watch happy like romantic movies, I would literally look at it and be like, that's what I used to have. Even if you didn't, you think you do. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Like when you have a breakup, you remember all the good stuff and you kind of conveniently forget all the bad.
Yeah.
You just see them as like what you've lost, even though it might not have been that good. Do you think boys think about breakups way later? So like at the start, they just try to numb the pain, go out, all this. And then a few months later, they're like, oh my God, like I actually really miss them. So I get broken up with tomorrow. I would be so upset immediately, everything like this for maybe 2 weeks. Whereas I feel like boys don't feel anything for those 2 weeks low key. They just kind of push their emotions down and then it hits them a bit later.
I don't know if it is like this for all guys, but like, I don't know, for like at least me and my friends, like if we're going to be in a relationship with a girl, we're like super head over heels about them. So if it breaks up, it just lingers for a long time. Probably for like a couple of years, you're just like, you're kind of like upset about it. And like, it's like you're trying to prove something after.
But maybe then a breakup is crucial for self-development, like obviously for self-development.
It kind of does.
But that pushes you up, maybe.
It kind of does gets you into gear.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah.
How did you find out?
My friend was working on the boat of where it happened.
Surely that person recognized him.
I don't know. Maybe. The thing is I had the suspicion. I had seen the suspicion because I saw a story.
So you weren't in a good place or what?
No, I was like panicking. I was like,
no, wait. You need to go back. So you were still in the relationship very much so.
So we were still in the relationship.
Just arguing a lot or what?
Just arguing and shit, but then like...
Arguing about stupid things or like...
It had become a bit like a Gestapo situation where it was like I couldn't even make a single fucking wrong turn. And I thought I was doing everything perfect, but then it was like obviously like not enough. And then I guess like we just like, she wasn't into me anymore or whatever.
Were you in a fight or anything?
Yeah, we were in a fight, but she was like ignoring me. But then she was like posted like a story like on this yacht, and I was like panicking. I'm like fucking blowing up her phone. I'm like freaking out. Then I'm in London freaking out. I was like going out and I was like getting super drunk and I was just trying to fucking like not worry about it. But then the next day...
Wait, she went on a boat trip? Like it was more than one day?
No, just went on a boat.
Just for a day?
It was on the boat.
Okay.
It was in the port.
Was it a big boat?
Big boat.
Oh.
Big fucking boat. Really big yacht. Like a fucking mega yacht.
How did you have suspicions of this guy?
I did think I had suspicions because of like texts that I had seen and we were arguing about like, oh, you messaged this guy or whatever. And she'd be like, oh, he messaged me. I can't have a girlfriend that's not loyal. You can't message other guys at all.
Yeah.
With me. Like, that's how I feel.
And so like,
I'm also a really jealous person. Like very jealous if I'm in a relationship. Like that's the thing.
You say that, but then also you don't care if your girlfriend will post like a provocative photo or anything. So I want to understand the logic behind that, because if you're a jealous person,
that comes down to the loyalty thing. And it's like, okay, like, but if you really fucking know that your chick is just mega loyal and doesn't message any guy, won't respond to nothing, then it doesn't matter. But if it's a girl that's doing that and then she's also like replying to fucking DMs of guys and stuff like this, then it's like, okay, well, why are you fucking doing that then?
So would you break up with somebody if they wouldn't just show you their phone straight up?
If you've been together for like more than 6 months and then they still like are like super secretive about their phone.
I've never had that, but I don't care, because I feel like if they're going to cheat anyway, it's going to come out somewhere. Yeah,
I think like you go more so you're just going to focus on like making the relationship good and making it happy, and not like trying to like focus on like control and arguing and this and that. Because when you start to do that, then that causes the feeling of, okay, well then maybe that's what I want to do. That's what happens to guys, is like the more that you make it a taboo, the more appealing it becomes. You know
so what should a girl do if they don't want their boyfriend to be going out and stuff as much?
I think like for me, like a boys' night for me, even when I was single, did not involve girls.
Yeah, that's true.
Like what I don't get it. Thing is with the girls is like, for me, like I don't really get on with them that well. Like
some weird creatures.
I don't know. I end up like arguing with them or being like, I don't know. Like some girls like act like princesses and this and that, and I'll just be like, shut up.
Do you think that if you have cheated on somebody, you can come back from it?
Yes, I think you can.
Do you think sometimes boys cheat and then they'll get back with somebody and it actually is loyal because they realize what they lost?
Yeah, I think if a guy cheats, it is possible to like get back together, because a guy, it's very like meaningless if they did do that, or like feeling of like, oh fuck, I'm trapped or something, right? But I think if a girl cheats, it's more vicious, because I feel like a guy can do it without being like, whatever, like fuck you, right? But I feel like if a girl does it, it's more emotional, it's more like,
why? What if they just met somebody on a night out and slept with them and then that was it?
Because I just feel like for a girl, it's different. I just feel that's just how I feel. That's just how I am. I'm a very traditional man.
So if a girl cheated on you, you'd never get back with them?
No.
Even if you were so in love?
No.
Even if they did everything that you wanted?
No. 0%.
Just in general, if you're going through a breakup, do you believe in a closure conversation? Like, do you think you have to meet up that one last time to lay it all on the table so then you can move on?
That closure thing ends up with sex, and it ends up with like another like random like being together for like this random period of time, and you're like, what the fuck are we doing? And then you break up again. So
no closure if you're actually done. If you're not done and you kind of want to get back in, closure.
Yeah.
And is there anything that you think women believe that isn't correct at all about men going through breakups or men in relationships, like that you've seen on TikTok, that you've seen on Instagram, anything that you're like, that's just not how guys are?
The only fucking shit I see about relationships is when I hear my girlfriend Alex's phone on TikTok. Because girls, the guys are not on TikTok talking to each other like, hey, bro, like just a piece of advice, bro. Like, you know, when you're with your chick. No, that's, I swear to God, like, I don't see any of that.
No, for girls, it's definitely different. It's like, how to keep a guy.
Yeah.
Or
princess treatment.
10 reasons he's not that into you.
Yeah. Yeah,
or what it really means if he, I don't know.
But what I think, you know what I realized?
Leaves you on red for 2 hours.
Is that it's like all these girls like culminating all their experiences together. And then like but the problem is that everyone's having a different experience. And I think that girls sort of generalize it when in reality, like every single person's so different and all of the relationship experiences are so different.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's so hard to be like, oh, if he doesn't do this, then he doesn't do that. Because some guys, like I said, like they're not, the way they show love isn't like that. Or it's a different way that they show their love. Maybe it's cooking for you, or it's like giving you their attention, different love languages, as you would say. Yeah.
Okay, so I always have a theory that I just thought about. So I feel like if a girl breaks up with a guy, maybe this is just me, but from what I know from talking to my friends and stuff too, I feel like if a girl is to break up with a guy, they've thought about that breakup for so long and how many times that would play out, all the reasons why, for months. By the time they've actually done it, it's not just a impulsive thought. Do you think guys are sometimes quite impulsive with breakups?
I think that, yeah. For me, at least it has been. It'll usually be like something that just sends me off the edge. One thing sends me off the edge. And I'm like, no.
Can you think of what one of those things would be? Or it's just you're arguing a lot and then
yeah,
it's
if you're arguing a lot and then like, I don't know, like.
Well, you got cheated on, so maybe that was the one.
Yeah. Got cheated
Wait,
on,
you never even finished why you found out, because the guy worked on the boat and called you up and was like, I think I've seen your girlfriend, or he's like, I did.
No, yeah, I was trying to figure it out, and then like he just confirmed. He was just like,
I called you, or when you saw him in person?
He just told me. And then I called him, and I was like, what? He was like, well, they were having sex in the room, bro. So I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, I heard them. So
oh god, there's that. Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck. Okay.
Oh, yeah, what the hell do you say to that? You're just like, cool, thanks.
Bone crushing, I think. It was just like, fuck.
So with your breakup diet, did you just go into a depression session for like a week, or how long?
I went into a depression session for like a month.
A month?
A month and a half, even.
And what did that look like? You just, did you go to the gym?
Didn't talk to anyone, ignored everybody's messages, ignored everything from everyone. It was just sad. I just felt very sad.
Yeah. Why do you think you felt so sad? Because do you think it was the idea? You were in love with the idea of you together?
Well, no, because I mean, it was like, for me, when I'm with a girl, I'm like so super like in it. And I'm like constantly with them. Like you've seen with Alex, I'm just
you're always together.
I'm just like together. I'm like in love. I'm like super in love. And I think they're so fucking fantastic. And I just, you know what I mean? So for me, I think I get super like attached. I ended up getting out of it because like one of my homies was like, we were going out that night. It was like a Friday. It might have been like 6 p.m. And in London, you start fucking drinking at work finished, like, let's go drink. And then so it was like 6 p.m. He's like, bro, where are you? We're at the fucking pub right now, mate. Like all this shit. And I was like, oh, I got to go to the gym first. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about going to the gym? Stop going to the fucking gym. You're pissing me off. I was like, fine. All right. You're right. And then like came out that night, got super fucked up. Because after going to the gym for a whole month like that, and then you go out and party, you feel fucking great.
Yeah.
So just got super turned up.
Text her, I miss you.
Probably.
The whole month of being like, I hate you, I'm not contacting you, and then you like, get drunk and text them.
Probably.
Call them 20 times. Do you have any advice for somebody going through a breakup right now?
Man, don't listen to anybody else. I think you just got to listen to yourself if you're in the breakup. And then just try and fucking build your confidence back up.
Slowly but
I think
surely.
it's better to stay away from when you go through a breakup. Like I think what I did was good, to like not be around your friends and not be around other people, because other people are going to try to be like, oh, it's fine, it's all right, dude, like who cares? But they're never going to be able to understand how you're feeling. I think don't fucking hang out with your friends.
You see, I got the opposite advice. They're like, you have to leave the house. You have to leave the house. I'm like, fine, I'll leave the house. And I'd just be out and I'd be like, I'd see like two people smiling and I'd be like, he used to smile at me that way.
Yeah,
I remember when.
You just hate, that's what I'm saying. You hate seeing couples after that. You're like, fuck you.
Do you think, because you went through a toxic relationship, right? How do you stop yourself not bringing in like your trust issues and all those previous things into your new relationship? Because you're in like a healthy, good relationship now.
But I went in with the trust issues. That's a problem. I don't know. I just went in with that. But I think that also then led me to like find the right girl. Because like, you know, I waited. Because I wasn't like trying to like get into anything, because I was just like didn't trust any of the girls.
This is actually my last question now. How do you keep a healthy relationship in like the day and age we live in, with everything, with social media having so much access to beautiful people all the time and like so much temptation? Because it is very easy. How did you not let it affect your relationship? Because it's very hard not to, realistically.
Like I said, any of those girls that you are, if you're a guy and you're in a relationship with a girl, if you're thinking, oh, there's all these other hot girls on Instagram and all that shit, all those girls that you're seeing, the ones that are popping and stuff, they're gone. They belong to the world. Do you see what I'm saying?
They belong to the streets.
As The Weeknd would say, they belong to the world. So they're out there. They're doing their own thing. They don't care about you. Do you see what I'm saying? They only care about what could you do for them.
Yeah, what bag could you buy them?
Could you get me a Chanel bag?
Birkin.
Can you take me on a business class flight to Ibiza? That's what they're thinking.
Yeah,
so that's what you got to understand, is like your girlfriend is real. And you also got to understand that fucking face app and fucking chicks are like really good at catfishing and really good at making themselves look like hot. So it's like, you know, you think, oh wow. Also, if you're a guy and you're like, okay, if you're one of those guys and you go out with the boys and you're like, oh, like, fuck, there's so many hot chicks here. No, there isn't.
It's called beer goggles.
Because, yeah, it's beer goggles, and it's also called, yeah, you're in the club and everything's cool and there's cool music and there's cool lighting and it's dark and they got makeup on and they got a super sick dress and heels and stuff. So, boom, obviously they look at their best.
Beware of the beer glasses, beware of the catfishing. Thank you for coming on the Breakup Diet.
Honor to be a guest.